Happy Time Zone, Dixie Bird, Haven the Raven, and welcome to the very suspiciously named Darksiders 3 Feet Only run. This does not mean that I'm going to be playing with my feet. I have absolutely no idea how the triggers would work. I could probably get everything else to work properly, but the triggers would be tough. It is a joke based on the fact that Fury's plunge attacks in this game are essentially her just stomping. So if I damage an enemy with anything other than a plunge attack, or, well, a jump or a plunge attack, because I am going to be using the Flame Hollow for a good portion of this. I don't know if it's beatable, but I'm going to be using the Flame Hollow for a portion of this. Then I need to restart. Or, not restart, but I need to reload. As usual, I'm not taking any credit for anything that is done by, other enemies or objects. I may benefit from it in the terms of lurchers, but I'm not going to count that because that would make some areas actually impossible. However, I am allowed to use weapons as normal to deal with puzzles. And of course, apocalyptic difficulty. Definitely not nightmare mode. We're not enabling that. Now, there is the possibility that I'll have to... Can I? Thank you. There's a possibility that I'll have to break my rules early on for the tutorial boss, so I'm not counting that one. But that is how I'm going to be attacking most of this run. And as you can see, it actually does a decent amount of damage. Can I not deal with... Yeah, that's gonna be rough, actually. Probably better if I don't use lock-on, honestly. I'm willing to bet that for the most part I'm not going to want to bother with leveling Arcane at all. This is also not a run that I'm going to be keeping track of my deaths very much, which I don't do that normally anyway, but definitely not here. I can be hit out of that. That's not pleasant. Oh dear. Really? I cannot wait for Flame Hollow. Honestly, that is going to make actually landing these jump attacks so much easier.
Fury, we're close to one of the
Come on. Ah, crap.
I hope it's not envy. That one's it.
You know what? I may just wind up running past everything here. Actually, I can... Forgot that I get a double jump normally. Okay. And freedom. Unfortunately, the only Wrath ability I'm going to be able to use this entire game is going to be Stasis. Oh dear. Nice try. And this is why I may end up needing to disregard my own rules. Because there's two instances in this where the feats are not going to cut it. At least I don't think so. I can try. Nope. Yeah, that's not going to cut it. Game outright won't let me. Alright, so I'm gonna have to just not count the tutorial boss for this challenge. Which is fine. I was already prepared for that anyway. It's not like... sometimes with challenge runs you have to make stupid allowances to get them off the ground. And this is one of those times. Goodbye. That said, I'm actually not doing all that bad in terms of damage. Oh dear. But Stasis is the only Wrath ability in the game I'll be able to use because it's the only one... Oh! Jake Shuffle! Hey! How you doing? Thank you so much for the sub! I gotta... get to catch a full stream today. Nice! Fair enough. Nice! Yeah, I, woke up late. Unfortunately, I have to deal... Nice try. Oh my. What? I hit heal. Why did you not heal, Fury? Why didst thou refuse to heal? Well, anyway. Moving on. Good riddance. I don't even know where my lurchers went, so... Really? Ah! What? Yeah. I'll probably have to heal soon. But I need to get you off of your perch first. There we go. Ha! I managed to get that at least. Oh dear. Nope. Unfortunately, there's no dodging in midair, because the dodge in midair is what causes the ground pound. Ah, that's where my lurchers went. I don't think there's actually any lurchers there, but hey. Souls are souls. Alright, and with any luck, or well, any skill, that'll be the last time I have to resort to the whip, or any weapon that is not my feet throughout this entire run. There we go. And from here on, this is the only way I deal damage. I don't have to deal with the gimmicky crap anymore, with the exception of Gluttony's whole shtick. But that isn't even really me doing damage. So I think it counts, or, well, doesn't count.
I would be remiss in my duties if I didn't point
Ah, right, the walkable cutscenes.
Talisman. Locating the other deadly sins will prove a challenge.
There, walkable cutscenes. I forgot about the walkable cutscenes.
That was a gift. One I would not count on receiving twice. Envy was also, by far, the weakest of the deadly sins.
I am almost at
I assume you already know.
the thingy.
The armies of both heaven and hell have cordoned off the world of man into various areas of influence.
I've reached the gate.
Look around us.
Or, well, not gate,
The
fence.
evil we have seen is the very personification of the struggle between order and chaos. You have set for yourself an unenviable task, given these environs.
That's what makes it fun.
I almost left the watcher behind.
World. They strike at angels and demons alike in their own selfish bids for power. Their hubris will lead me right to them.
Perhaps you will need assistance.
Whatever I need, I will take, Watcher.
And let's step on this real quick, just so that we set our spawn.
I knew that war would one day unleash all this. But seeing it, his gifts are impressive.
May I remind you
Oh my.
that you have here among your forces.
Well, I have a healing thing back. Because I'm not going to be locking on very much, I'm also not going to be seeing too much in the way of health bars, so I will have no idea, generally speaking, how much damage I have left to deal until something dies. Which may prove troublesome. I also need to see, because I believe levels, specifically strength, do cause my damage with my plunges to go up, so I don't think I'm going to be stuck with this damage through the entire game. Oh my. But I'm not sure about weapon levels. Weapon levels are going to be interesting. Oh dear. The Fury's boots were made for stomping. Which, side note, they are really pretty boots. That I can't get yet. Oh, the Chosen are going to be fun. I'm also definitely going to need Leviathan. When I can, as soon as I can get my hands on it, I'm going to want the Leviathan enchantment for the constant health regeneration. Yeah, I kind of saw that one coming. I don't think Leviathan becomes available until later, though. Okay, that said, the stomp actually does do quite a bit of damage. This is... like, I knew it did a decent amount, because I sometimes stomp on enemies just normally, but at the same time, you really appreciate how much damage something you only use occasionally does when it's your only method of dealing damage. If I aim properly, I can get about 90 off, which is kind of huge, considering I believe my whip strikes only deal like 30 per. That said, the whip is also a lot faster than this. Am I getting jumped? No? Okay. Make up your mind. Oh dear. That looks like all of them. Is there anything down? Nope. No, there is not. Cool. In that case, moving on. We don't meet Vulgrim until later. Not much later, to be fair, but later. I am definitely going to want to up my health a ton. Cool. Oh boy. And this is what I meant by I'm not taking any credit for anything, or well, credit or detriment for anything that's not me does. Oh dear. Yeah, there was nothing I could do at that point. Maybe go through the gap, but I'd already killed everything, so it's not like I could get a refill on my respite. Alright, I think I'm just gonna beeline this time since I've cleared out this area to the best of my current capabilities. My current hololess capabilities. Okay, you. Nice try. I should head upstairs to make sure that I'm not getting... Oh my! Dropped down onto... While already dealing... with the stuff that's down there. Ah! No. No, 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 no. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Nope. We are retreating for a second. That could have gone better, but it also could have gone a lot worse, so I'm of two minds there. Let's see. This group over here. Can I get myself a health lurcher? I've been here so long that I charged up Havoc form. Actually, one thing, while I don't have enemies to... Okay, that works. So I can do that. Nice. I wasn't sure I'd be able to make Havoc work for me. But that will actually be a very nice thing to pull out occasionally and means that I should also invest into Arcane because most of Havoc Form's damage is Arcane. I may use it mostly as a heal thing, though, because Havoc Form does heal me. Can I land a hit, please? You know what? We're just gonna run to Volgrim. I'll come back once I am a little less worried about losing all of these lurchers.
There are human survivors.
Not my concern, Doctor.
Goodbye, good riddance, sayonara!
It's impressive. But is it just me, or is it out of place here?
It is a maker trip. Most likely we will find refuge there.
Yeah, moving on. There we go.
And who? I've seen. What would I?
Okay. That.
What would this will be fun for both of us. As you wish, take your time.
Okay, so Leviathan is actually available from the start.
A wise decision. As you wish. This will be as you wish.
But I need 5,000 souls for it, so we're not even going to bother with that. I want to get health up probably to 5 before I start actually worrying about strength or arcane. Oh my. Ow. Well, that's the first group of bozos. That said, there are people on the wall. I can count. I can see 2. I feel like there's more than 2, though. Plus the one I saw lurking over there. Oh my. Come on, follow me out. Follow me out here. Come on, I don't like the low ceilings. There we are. Low ceilings are kind of the worst, actually. Strength shard. I might actually use that this go around. I don't typically, but... Oh my. Okay, fighting things with reach on a slope never goes well. What? When possible, avoid slopes. Understood. Also low ceilings, but that's maybe more difficult, actually, considering a good portion of this is cave. We get more open areas the closer we get to mid-game, but first... yeah, the first couple areas are gonna be rough. Oh no. Nope, nope. Nope. We're going to run all the way back to Fulgrim and hope that these... Ah. Okay, good. They can't cross the loading zone. I probably have to redo all of that, but oh well. I am more concerned with the items than the lurchers at the moment.
As you wish. This. As you wish.
I don't want to use a lurcher, like, at all until I hit the nether. Oh, hey, I know that area. Oh, Negan! Hello! How are you today? Oh dear. Damn it. Well, that happened. I was trying to avoid that. Because I think there's there's 2 more items I can get on that section. Oh, you played the first Darksiders. Nice, nice. How'd you like it? Oh dear. Ah, you've beaten it before and you were just in the mood. That's fair. That is fair. Ah, yeah. The Ashlands are actually a very well-designed area, if you ask me. But they can be a little annoying. Particularly that Colosseum segment. That Colosseum segment can be rough. You need to beat 2 again? So do I. I actually need to go back and do Nightmare Mode on 2. I got all the way to the end a couple of times, and I didn't die. The system I was playing on did. Oh, you've never beat 2? Yeah, Nightmare Mode on 2 and, well, 3 is if you die, the run is over. It's essentially, it's the same thing as Steel Soul and Hollow Knight. Oh my. Oh dear. Does Darksiders 3 have a strong start? I like this game. A lot of people don't. But that is a matter of... It's always a matter of personal preference, let's be real here. Come on. This one plays more like... This one's a Souls title, essentially. It's a Souls-like. Or not Souls title, Souls-like. Yeah, there's one right there. You, sir, are going to be tough to sneak past, so I'm not going to bother trying. We're just gonna set you back to your spawn. To see a what? I know what a hobbit is, but why would you like to see a hobbit beat... Okay, the title of this challenge run is a joke based on the fact that I'm doing that as my method of dealing damage. That is my only method of dealing damage. I will also get the ability to set things on fire once I get to Flame Hollow, because that adds a third jump. And the third jump sets the things around Fury on fire. And I'll actually be getting that pretty soon. Well, this is happening. I am going to refund you on that, Negan. That outright violates the rules of the run. I don't accept things that violate the rules of the run. Just let me get out of this. Well, okay, Negan, there's bands that, make me think about how I'm going to approach an area, and then there's stuff that just outright isn't fun, because then it's like 5 minutes of I can literally do nothing. You got your points back, but jumping and dodging cannot be banned on this playthrough, because that would mean I literally can't do anything.
What would you ask of this? This will be fun for as you wish.
Fulgrim and his demon tongue. They live to confound and feed of the scraps of a world they helped destroy.
Indeed they do.
But despite his thirst for souls, Fulgrim may be a useful tool on this journey.
Like, I will accept other, oh dear. Bans, of course. Heck, you've seen me accept no jumping in Hollow Knight. But I could... If you want to do that, you have to use your points, you know. And it's not like I could really heal there anyway. Oh, it's on a cool... Well, I'll know to look out for it. Fen, get off of the counter. Fenrir. And my cat is on the counter. One moment. So, my dog decided that he was going to chase after my cat, who was on top of a, or on top of the counter. Yeah, Negan, that is my only method of dealing damage right now. Look, for this entire run, that's the only way I can do damage. Did I? Okay. I need Flame Hollow to get what's on the other side of these webs. Because Fury is unwilling to make her whip sticky. Ah! Hey, what? Fury!
The length these roots have grown. They seem to have taken over everything.
Indeed, mistress.
And unfortunately, I just acquired a very unfriendly hangout group. Ah! Nothing there, but there is actually something over here. Bright side, generally speaking, I'll actually be fine. I'm able to avoid a lot when I'm doing the triple jump, once I get the Flame Hollow. Downside, I think that means I'll actually have to... Really? There we are. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh me, oh my, oh my. We're just gonna run. I can come back after I've leveled and have full health.
I'm curious as to who remains here.
Because there's a Volgrim right here.
What would you add? This will be fun for both of us. As you wish. Farewell for now.
I would honestly love to save up for Leviathan, but Leviathan is going to have to be a mid-game thing, I feel. Really? And the reason Leviathan is going to have to be mid-game is because I need to get to a point where that is less than a level. 5,000 needs to be less than what it takes for me to level. There we go. Fen, why? I ask him why and he just stops. Oh, no, it's because I love that dog.
What this?
Actually, I guess depending on how many lurcher clumps I've got. Okay, so that right there is 1,000. That's 100, so that 500. 1,500. That is 450, so that's I think this comes up to a little over 2,000.
Well, for now.
Maybe around 2,500.
While my...
What?
I sincerely...
So it's humanity haven.
Direct...
Oh, I
But Leviathan is going to be necessary, really.
I accept your offer. Where?
You seek a...
Yes, yes.
There we go. Because Leviathan gives me passive health regen. Which, considering how close I have to get in order to deal damage, is going to be nice, to put it mildly. Whee! Alright, and here we go.
He is certainly...
I'll have to remember to send the elevator back up.
Ulthane is blind to what truly matters.
Perhaps, yes.
Just another pawn who will never understand the game into which he's been played. And he does love the sound of his own voice, doesn't he?
Not like anyone I...
Did you say something?
That should be a sliver of adamantine. Oh no, Lurcher Clump. That's 75, right? 25. Or, yes. 75. Can I... Fury, why? Why? I don't know why they included the compass in here, actually. I never use it. Oh dear. I never actually look at the compass in the top of the screen. This area doesn't have a map, so I got pretty used to using environmental cues. I didn't stop by Volgrim. Oh hey, it respawned me here anyway. Didn't think I triggered him. Come on. Oh, the Bonelands are going to suck. This was honestly more of a, hey, wouldn't it be funny type challenge run. I did not plan it out very well. I was actually thinking of doing something like this with Hollow Knight, but I have to test some things out for that because there are... That game is partially puzzle-based. So I need to make sure that certain things work on the current patch. Oh dear. And one of the things that ended up would have had to do for that would be grind Geo for the lantern immediately starting the game. Not pleasant, that concept. Oh dear. Ow. Well, we're gonna go back down over here. Pretend you lots don't exist. And hope I don't get chased by the big guy. Come on. Alright, so it's about 4 for one of you. Come on. Really? Really? Come on. I need to save my Havoc. Because there is actually something I'm going to need it for pretty soon. Or, well, maybe not need it for, but very much want it for. Okay, the ones that... Come on. Damn it. Okay. Alright, so 450. 1,450. Or wait, no, I should 25, that's 125, so that is 625 or 525. I don't know why 75 times 7 is giving me problems, but I'm actually going to throw that one into the calculator. Actually, fuck it, I'm throwing this entire thing into the equation. 1,000 plus 25 times 5 plus 75 times 7 plus 150 times 4 plus 400 plus 450. 3,100. Okay, that's actually pretty close. Well, that happened. I've never seen that happen before, but okay. Alright then. Didn't realize... I've seen Fury get stuck inside garbage cans, but never on a car like that. Really? Really? Why? There we go. One of you dead. There we go. Sheesh. Oh, did I kill them both with that? Alright, if you're the only one, then I can lock on. Not having... I feel like I should go back and buy some stuff, but... Oh well. You. Oh dear. Okay, I don't want to die, I don't want to die. I'll have to change it for Havoc transitions because I can't control the Havoc transition. That automatically does a burst around me. But I'm going to mostly be using Havoc for healing. I guess if I distance it enough, it's not a problem. But then I just waste the Havoc.
Smells like death in here. Trust me.
I didn't register what happened there until the thing was already dead. Otherwise, I would have reloaded. Alright, hang on, that might actually be enough for a level. Or not a level, but for, not quite, but close. Can I even... Okay, so airborne enemies can be hit like this. I just have to be very careful with my aiming. There we are. 75, so I need 500 more lurchers. Okay. The heal helps a lot. Get down here. Uh, 150. That also helps. I need a ton of lurchers. Leviathan is expensive for early game. But necessary. Oh my. Sliver. Damn. I was hoping I could actually get past. That means I need to be careful about getting that bunch of lurchers back. Ruh-roh. This is gonna be interesting. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna rush it. Because caution is, oh dear, not my strong suit. Caution is really not my strong suit. There you are, okay. Oh dear. That was the wrong button, and I'm very, very glad that I did not hit anything there. Okay, I might actually be able to push myself up over that limit on my way back to Volgrim. It's a slim possibility, but it is still a possibility. And then I should probably go to Ulthane just to see. Well, I'm gonna have to go to Ulthane regardless. But 32 and 65. Will that change? Wow, 5,000 even. That is luck.
Good eating.
Where's Leviathan? Plus 18 health regenerated per minute. That's not a ton, but at the same time, I don't have a lot of health.
An excellent, as you wish.
Serpentos, back to the forge. Is it angelic or demonic that Leviathan uses? 'Cause... yeah. Chaos is overall better, but I'm not sure how that will interact.
What do you need, horseman? All right, interest. Aiming to lay down a mighty hurt. Oh, what interesting. Good luck to you.
I forgot that you do that through here. And not through Ulthane.
What do you need?
My bad.
All right. Let's see what I can do for
Demonic is... or wait, no. Angelic is the health regeneration. Okay. I can get up to 96 per minute.
you. And, watch your back, eh?
So 65 and 32 was the...
Good eating. Please take your
thing there. That was the damage I was doing. Did upgrading Scorn upgrade my plunge attack? Because if so, then that just essentially makes it a different a variant on Scorn's moveset. 71. $35 and 71. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that is... okay. So it takes the damage values from Scorn, which means I do need to keep an eye on that. I may end up putting Leviathan on Salvation when I get that, just to make sure, or so I can have the health regeneration while also having a secondary effect. The more passives I can get onto those weapons, the better. Come on. There we go. Lurchers. As is usual with me, I'm probably going to wind up... oh dear. As usual with me, I'm probably going to wind up saving the Nether and therefore Sloth for until after I get the Force Hollow. Oh man, fishes with Force Hollow is going to be interesting. I won't be able to set anything on fire while underwater because the water immediately puts the flame hollow out. Ah! That area is probably going to be pretty tough, actually. I don't mind that being a little tougher. That's actually my favorite area in the game, but... I don't normally like water levels, but that one's really good. Okay, so I can to some extent stunlock enemies, which is nice to know. Hey. Okay, I may have to use... Okay, that's... going to be interesting as well.
Being observant is literally in your name, Watcher.
Come on. There we go. Actually, sloth is probably going to be the most dangerous sin aside from lust. Lust is always a problem, and sloth I save specifically because I don't like dealing with him. But at the same time, sloth is actually a lower level than lust is, by a lot. Oh dear. That's bad. You know what? Let's book it for Vulgrim so that I can at the very least spawn somewhere reasonable. Ah! I thought I was doing well, too. A shame. What a shame. Let us grab this. And then deal with you. Which, you're not really a problem on your own, it's just that I think you have a friend, yeah. Your friend is the issue. So, if Fury doing the ground pounds does actually does that cause a shockwave then? Is that what the damage really is? And how big's the range on it?
The worst of the smells come from above.
Oh dear. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. Havoc does more than double what I do. And that may change if once I start investing more in strength.
Is it safe?
But I was already considering whether I should invest in Arcane anyway. Due to the whole, how do I put this? Flame Hollow thing? The Flame Hollow kind of... the Flame Hollow is going to be where a decent amount of my damage comes from, I think. Come on, bug friend, we're going for a ride. You go do some munchies, while I go grab, well, pay Volgrim.
What would this will be fun for both of us. As you wait.
Alright. Ooh, I actually have a decent amount of adamantine.
Goody, this will be fun for both of us. As you wait.
There, and now I can start working on these. Considering I'm not going to be using Arcane as the brunt of my damage, I feel like I should do 1 Arcane for every 2 Strength. That said, Fury naturally has inclinations towards Arcane. Like, her physical damage isn't bad.
What would you ask of this, please?
But she is just naturally better with Arcane. So it has a higher ceiling. Nah, I think I'll start doing strength. I think I'll do 2 strength, then a health, then an arcane, and go from, and that'll just be my cycle for levels. Hey.
What do you need? Aiming to lay down a mighty hurt? Oh, what interest? What do you fear?
It's not a ton more damage, but it's still more damage, which is nice.
Good eating, please.
Especially considering what I'm about to be getting myself into. I'm not sure whether this particular single mother is required, but it's certainly recommended that you take her out. All things considered. Yeah, I feel like that's mandatory. I don't think the little one... Oh dear, I don't think Bugfriend is going to spawn without taking out this thing. Yeah. I did not see Bugfriend, which means we have to deal with that. Lovely. That is what I was saving my Havoc form for, but I messed up. Oh well. I do believe that's the only one of those I have to take out, though. And if worst comes to worst, I can actually retreat up onto that ledge at the top. Actually, the ledge might be a good play regardless. One of these ledges might actually be a good play regardless. No! Come on, you have... Ah, dang it. Okay. That changes things a little. The fact that that is possible? So... I have nowhere near... Like, I can't grind for a level, but I do have strength shards. Strength shard might actually help here. Unless the damage from the plunge is just the base attack of Scorn. In which case, boo. Okay. Nice try. Just because you're starting to bug me. No other reason. Oh dear. Hey! Come on. Okay, nice to know that they give you this stuff. So that you can choose this thing. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay. These things are annoying no matter...
This is what it means to live, Watcher.
And yeah, now you spawn.
Only for a brief time, before their inevitable destruction.
Don't dislocate your arm patting yourself on the back. How do you plan on dealing with that, my bloodthirsty mistress?
And the fact that she considered it is the part that really makes me giggle here. Like, yeah, how would I deal with that? But that thing being dead means that I have a straight shot, essentially, to Wrath. I could... technically... handle what's up here, or handle that up there with Bug Friend, but it is actually a lot easier for me to just pick Bug Friend up and carry it along the way. Voila! Like, it is technically possible to get Bug Friend up through there in that amount of time. However, it is a lot less finicky if you just carry Bug Friend to the second flame thingy.
This will be fun. As you wait.
The second goop
Do make sure they stay.
works well enough. It is the same as the first goop, just in a more convenient location. Anyway, Wrath time. And we're actually not doing bad for a challenge run. Almost at Wrath at 1 hour and 40, subtract about 5 minutes, so an hour 35. Not bad. Really not bad. Okay, that's actually good to know. Nice try. I actually didn't do bad for going into that with 0 heals. Perhaps I should have splurged at Vulgrim. Oh well. Alright, so after Wrath, because Wrath definitely looks doable. What am I doing? Well, obviously getting the Flame Hollow, because Wrath kickstarts that whole sequence. But, pardon, I should come back here. Even if I'm not going to be dealing with any, really, of Sloth's Bowl. I want the stuff over there, which does include some angelic artifacts. Ow. Really? I was jumping. Come on. Nice try. Ow. Yeah, Wrath is going to be a bit of a problem. Come on. Nice try. I'm going to have to do worse than that if I want to get hit by you. Really? Fury, I said jump. Thank you. Fury. Fury, can you jump when I tell you to, please? Ow. Come on. Oh dear. I am not against using items when I must. Ah! What? Fury! Fury! Come on, we had that! Something tells me Fury is not going to be entirely cooperative with my bullshit. Just as well, it's a challenge run for a reason. That said, Wrath actually has a lot of windows. At least in this phase. Technically, Wrath is a 3-phase fight, but we don't get to fight the other 2 phases until way later. Oh dear. We're just gonna back off for a minute. I can deal with getting hit once, but if I get hit twice, then I'm actually... oh dear. In a bad spot. Actually, I might have to skip Avarice. I might have to skip Avarice and save him for later. Yeah, that's fair. But Avarice is hyper aggressive and jumps around a lot and does a lot of damage. I might end up having to skip him for a bit. Usually he's the first one I tackle after I get to Flame Hollow, but I might have to skip Storm and go straight for Lust. Which... that could prove a problem, because Lust is actually really strong. Like, really strong. Lust is the reason I've never finished Reckoning mode. Like, by themselves, Lust is the reason I've never finished Reckoning mode. I can sometimes get to when reinforcements arrive, but holy shit is Lust a technical nightmare. Nice try. Oh shit. I thought I was far enough away that that wasn't gonna happen, but... turns out that that was not... oh dear. These boots are made for stomping, and I will stomp all over you. Oh dear. I don't think he liked the reference. Fury! I was hitting jump! I was hitting jump, Fury. Why did you not jump? Why? Why? I'm becoming the Green Mourner here. Why? Ah, that is annoying. Perhaps I should not have gotten Leviathan. At least not yet. But that passive health regen, it might not be a lot, but that can save me a ton of trouble down the line. I've been here so long that Wrath has started glitching out in his voice lines. Ow! That was bad. I can take 2 hits from Wrath and then I need to heal. Usually the boss fights in this game actually aren't that big of a deal. The only ones that I feel are going to give me too much trouble... Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. What, dodging? Sir, you are twice my size and broader than war. I'd say you were built like a brick shithouse, but clearly you ate it. That or the brick shithouse was built like you. Really, Fury? Oh dear. We're gonna back off. Nice try. Yeah, war's kind of occupied, but at the moment. Okay, Wrath down. Or at least the first match with Wrath down. The rematch comes later. Oh hey, a respite. What? Fury, that's not what I was doing. Alright. So now I have access to the triple jump.
Something changed when I hold it. I can feel its power coursing through my hands. I feel nothing. Like wading through
Okay, so if I want to do damage to anything while... Oh boy. I might not be able to really do much to anything in lava. Which is not good, actually. Like, this is really not good. Because that's the only way I can actually deal Or I can actually jump. I have to hold it down. I have to use the fire jump to get out of the lava pits. Which is not ideal. Vulgrim.
I see. Yeah?
Well, you...
Well, and my this in
Sounds like...
the oh, as you know,
Why...
this has
I've heard...
there are you will
I'll consider...
Right.
None of your
your toe.
That's no secret.
Surely
You are not...
no.
There we go.
Take your time.
And now back to Splintered Station. I am nowhere near strong enough to tackle the void yet, so we're not going to try. Like, I can technically do it, but I can technically do a lot of things. Technically, I can do a backflip. But it'll hurt, so I don't want to. There's a lot of stuff I can do now that I have the Flame Hollow. I'm gonna save most of Haven for after I, at the very least, find Avarice to decide whether I can actually do that now. Which I feel like I can, but Avarice is gonna be a pain because of how flighty he is. Lust is always a problem, so I don't even know why I'm debating whether they're going to be an issue.
Can we go from this place? The present is tiring enough without reliving the sins of the past.
But someone is going to pay for what they did to that animal. They'll pay in screams.
Angelic Artifact. I knew there was something around here. That's enough for the first Leviathan upgrade. I'm just not dealing with the enemies around here. They're a big enough pain in the ass normally. Let alone when I'm doing something kind of stupid. Yeah. Nope. Goodbye. Most of the early game angelic artifacts actually come from this section, which is why I wanted to do it, and it'll bring me right back to Vulgrim. I believe there's something up there too, so I want to go that way. Marauder. I forgot which one was over here. Yeah, we're just gonna... do that. And demonic artifact, nice. I could have gone across that, but there's enough stuff down there that I don't think it's worth skipping. There we go.
What would you ask? Please.
And we're going back to the forge. I just wanted those angelic artifacts because angelic artifacts are a rare commodity, actually. Like, you find more angelic artifacts in the mid to late game than demonic artifacts, but the demonic artifacts are a lot more front-loaded. And I do mean a lot more front-loaded. Oh wait, up there actually might be a good thing for me to check out.
How come I have him in to lay down and to rest? All right. Let's see what I can do for you.
Oh, whoops. Nope, nope, nope. Health regenerated per minute. There we go.
I think it was possible, but now you're even deadlier. Interesting. Bests and blessings to you, Fury.
And then I can go up here. Because this is a weird segment. It doesn't connect to anything. It's just there. And because it's just there, I forget about it quite frequently. Hmm? Aha! I also forget that that's there. I may end up... Actually, hang on. I forgot that that unlocks automatically once you, like, beat the DLC with one character. I could have had... Let's see here. Yeah, that's huge. The health regen alone would be worth it, but the 10% boost to all my damage and 14% boost to my defenses... I can't believe I forgot I had that. I genuinely can't believe I forgot that I had that. Because that was a thing I had mentioned previously. Was that, the abyssal armor carries over between save files. I'd mentioned that before. That's a thing that the first and third games share. Come on. Oh my. Ow. And I forgot that about the abyssal armor. How did I do that? That is such a huge bonus to Fury. And considering how this run's going, I'm not going to restrict myself from using it. I think the base armor can technically be better for, damage dealing. Hang on. I do not have anywhere near enough to actually level Scorn. Pardon, the barbs.
Great, this will be fun for both of us.
You know what? This helps. I probably should have saved those, but this helps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now that I have some actual boosting to my damage, I believe Fury just naturally has higher... I could actually... Or wait, no, I'm correct, because Arcane goes up to 24 next, whereas Strength goes up to 25 next. And Strength is one level ahead of Arcane at the moment. Anyway, there's a human up here that I would like to save. Because Rider's Mercy, I feel like it's just going to help with lurchers, but that's still something that helps. Which, why are they called lurchers in this game and not just souls? They were called souls in the original. I see no point in changing the name when they serve the same purpose. But Fury. Fury, why? Why did you not... Why? I'm going to be asking that a lot. Why? I already know. I already know that I'm going to be asking that a lot. Why do I do these things to myself? I forget the context, but my sister called me a masochist yesterday. I believe it was in relation to something regarding Hollow Knight. Because... Oh, wait, no, I remember. We were talking about how viable pogo-only runs would be in Hollow Knight, and I meant to bring up Silksong, but I don't think we did. And Mimsy's smart-ass self said, okay, now do it on Steel Soul. I haven't even beaten Steel Soul normally. I haven't even attempted it. And I just looked at her. And she admitted that that was a terrible idea. And then proceeded to backtrack and say, you're masochistic enough that you may actually do that. So, that was a conversation that happened. Alright, Oh dear. Should probably be stopping to fight, but I'm way underpowered for this section, so I'm not going to do that. I just want the human.
A demon!
Oh dear. I can't tell if that down there... There we go. And goodbye. I'm probably gonna wind up dying, but not before I drop all my souls off at Vulgrim. And then we continue through the hollows. Because the only other thing I could be doing is heading straight for Lust, and that is not something I want to do right now, because Lust is, as I've mentioned previously, multiple times, scary.
What this? As you wish.
Okay.
Please take your time.
Yeah, blistering bridge. Okay. Come on. Honestly, the damage over time from the Fire Hollow is going to be... Or, well, Flame Hollow is going to be helpful. Wow, my health is actually going up at kind of a ridiculous rate. There we go. Hi. Oh dear. No. Get squished. I will squish you. Up and down again. Now down there is the problem, because I know there's an artifact, I believe, behind that lava fall, but I know it's down here somewhere. There's also a little guy waiting to ambush me out of the lava. As I said. Well, that happened. And stump. Why is this actually not terrible? Yeah. Okay, you're gonna actually be a bit of a toughie, but I still want to take you out. Uh-oh. Okay. You take a lot and you do a lot, but you're also having trouble hitting me. Like, a lot of trouble. Yeah, the Flame Hollow makes this actually... Oh dear. I didn't actually mean to open that. Ah! Nope. Ow. Nope. I want you dead because I don't actually take you out more often than not. I actually don't take you out this early. I don't think it matters. I think you respawn. But still, that felt good. It's nice to take out an optional enemy here and there.
These poor lost souls.
Good. This will be fun for both of us. As you wish.
Alright, and then I'll bring that up to... Ah! No! Hey. Then we crash again. Can you stay still long enough for me to do that, please? Rude. Then again, I am the one just thrusting the entire weight of myself, pointy part of shoes first, into their skulls. I very well may be the rude one here. Still going to blame them, though. Oh my. Well, that worked. There we go. This is actually the lava fall I was thinking about when I said that there was one behind here. But I was gonna get ambushed on my way out. Goodbye.
It appears your poor lost souls have found a purpose. Aren't you thrilled?
Oh my. I kinda hate this though. I hate it when the ceiling of the room is too low for me to really get all that great a use out of. Like, I need nice tall ceilings for this version of Fury. Nice, tall, expansive ceilings that I can then proceed to flying kick things from. How many slivers? I need 2 more for my whip. And I literally don't have to worry about upgrading anything else because the only thing that actually impacts the plunge attack damage is the whip. Let's open this just in case. And then see what we're working with here for this chosen.
The earth never ceases to impress with its variety of abominations.
I thought they had all been destroyed.
You know these things?
When they roamed free, we called them
Ah! Okay, so maybe doable, but I have to actually get good first. Reasonable trade-off, I think. Get good, win. Just saying. However, I must run past everything in order to get there. Because I'm not dealing with that. Wait, what do you mean I was followed? Nice try. Nice try. Honestly, I'm not doing bad here. Why did I do that? Fury. Why are you easier than Wrath? You're usually tougher. Why is this the strat for dealing with this guy? This guy is usually so much tougher than Wrath, at least at this point in the game. Really? Oh dear. I don't even know what happened there, because I did... Okay, so apparently this thing can actually be set on fire, which is kind of crazy. I think I must have hit... I think I must have been holding it. Or holding the button on accident. Nice try. Nice try. Oh dear. Nice try, and you're done. Okay. So that was definitely doable. And I know because I did it. If y'all are really all that keen on chasing me, you can come over here. Really? Really, the flame did not hit that. Are you kidding me? There we go. Can I get up there?
Interesting. These chambers seem out of
Oh, come on, Fury. You can squeeze through that window.
Old. Neither heaven nor hell, to be sure. Early humans, perhaps.
Perhaps.
I'm a clever thing, mistress, but even I do not know everything. Especially when it comes to the minds of the men.
Let's just grab that. And this. And then scoot my happy ass on through the hole. Well, this is... Why is this making... Why was that easier than normal? Why do I sometimes find myself having less trouble with a challenge run than a casual playthrough? Like, granted, this is not exactly optimal. I should be hitting these things with my whip. But at the same time, Fury's whole jump attack thing is actually not that bad. Good riddance. You are up there. Okay, and then... yeah, you're the only one. Oh, you little shit. Oh, you little shit. I can't do the double jump with that, but I don't need to. And that should actually be everything in this room that I need to kill. Because for some reason, jumping is actually really strong. Why is jumping so strong in this game? And then this is the last... oh dear. There we go. And then I just go through here. The hollows are actually really good for finding stuff, for especially, or well, for your early game materials. So even if you do, when you do your own playthrough of this game, if you decide to do your own playthrough of this game, go through and decide you don't want to do Avarice, at least do the hollows. There's just so much. To be found in the hollows for an early, like, you can go up 10 levels here if you're, like, most of my levels have been hollows, actually, I think, at this point. Meanwhile, Fulgrim is getting quite the show. You could see his face just tracking. Hi! Just tracking Fury. Like, what is the horseman doing?
These crystals, sturdier than the others. Like swords.
Why do I have a feeling that you see everything as a weapon?
Because you're smarter.
I wasn't aware that they went through and added a hint for that. Okay, that might actually not be possible. So I did allow myself to do puzzles.
So, 3 swords total.
So it seems.
It's always 3, isn't it?
Let's just cut Fury off there.
Fun for both of us. As you wish.
You know, I should probably check to see how much damage the fire actually does.
Do make sure they scream, horse.
Anyway, I'm actually going to call it there. I know it's a little early, but lunch needs to have something done about it. So, if you're interested in anything I have done up until this point, you can check out my YouTube channel. I try to upload stuff same day, and I group my runs by playlist so they're easier to find. If you're interested... You popped in right at the end, Corrado. But it was a joke based on this. No, I would not be able to get the triggers to work with my feet. Like, the rest of the buttons fine, but the triggers I would not be able to do. Anyway, if you're interested in seeing my announcements, I post them to my stories here on Twitch, to YouTube, and currently also to Instagram. If you would like to see my clips in an easier fashion, I post them to YouTube, currently to TikTok, and when it lets me, currently to Instagram. The links to all of that are in the chat now. But, Corrado, when Fury does her... Like, she has a dodge, and when she dashes downward... Or, well, when she does the dodge while in the air, she does this ground slam. And it is very much feet first. She braces herself with her hands afterwards. But considering it is technically her feet, I thought it would be funny to call this feet only. And it is going to keep that nickname. Or, well, this run is going to keep that name. If you've made it this far and are curious to see where I go from here, why not drop a follow? It takes but one button press, and you can always change your mind if you decide my content isn't for you. Tomorrow we'll be finishing up the Hollows and checking up on Avarice to see if I feel like doing that right now, or if I'm going to be pivoting. And then Wednesday, Karato and I are going to be going back to Lords of the Fallen. I believe we're still in Calrath. Or we're going to be finishing up Calrath. And Thursday and Friday, it's back to Bayonetta. I may actually be closing in on the end of that one. I don't know. One moment. Magnifico's playing Skyrim, and I see he made it to Winterhold despite being on survival. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Stay tuned if you're interested in that. That said, happy time zones, everyone. And I hope you all have an excellent day.